We are working through with our allies in the Coalition of the Willing and with Ukraine the modalities of those security guarantees on land, in the air, and the sea, and I would not exclude the presence of troops.
Bringing in troops, like peacekeeping troops.
There's a reason that NATO recognizes member states' investments in Ukraine as defense, Ukraine's defense as critical investments in our collective defense as NATO members. Because if Russia's aggression goes unchallenged, it will not stop here.
Prime Minister Carney, you've mentioned that Vladimir Putin is not really to be trusted.
In parallel, we're investing today $2 billion in new military assistance for Ukraine. $800 million of this will help strengthen Ukraine's arsenal for the most urgently needed defense equipment, drones, ammunition, armored vehicles. And we had a discussion today about specifying and targeting that assistance where it will have the greatest impact, and we will do so. We'll also fund over $200 million for the joint production of defense materials in our two countries, particularly advanced drones using Canadian suppliers. And another $165 million for critical multilateral efforts, including, again, enhancing drone resources, as well as more money for humanitarian assistance to support civilians affected by this horrific war.
Олена Чернякова, телеканал «Ми Україна». Пане президенте, перше питання до вас. Після ударів справедливості по...
We welcome the United States' recent efforts to secure long-term peace for Ukraine and for Europe. And we'll continue to work intensively with our international partners in the coalition of willing to build on these initiatives. In doing so, we emphasize that the approach for securing peace must remain consistent with these principles of no decisions about Ukraine being taken without Ukraine, and no decisions about Europe being taken without Europe. It is not, in Canada's judgment, it is not realistic that the only security guarantee could be the strength of the Ukrainian armed forces in the medium term. So that needs to be buttressed, it needs to be reinforced.